I was never really a big fan of cou-cou when I was growing up. It's a dish that I learned to like as an adult. And cou-cou is a dish with African roots and was brought to the Caribbean by African slaves. As a side dish to flying fish, it is the national dish of Barbados. But in Trinidad and Tobago, it's commonly served with callaloo, stewed fish, or fried fish. In my recipe, I like to use aromatics to add flavor to my cou-cou. So I will be chopping up some onion, pimento, garlic, and okra. And I want to make sure you use fine dices on the aromatics so they cook and break down easily. We added them for flavor and not texture, so you wouldn't want any big chunks of the aromatics or the okra in there. Now, a lot of people begin their cou-cou recipe by simply boiling everything in coconut milk. And while this is totally acceptable, this isn't the way I approach it. Cooking is chemistry, and to extract the most flavor from your aromatics, you really want to saute them in oil to break down and release the flavor into the fat, which will then in turn flavor the entire dish. So with about 3 tablespoons of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter, we're going in on the fire to start off sauteing our onion, pimento, and okra. I'm not adding the garlic at this point because I really want these aromatics to cook and I don't want the garlic to burn, so I'll be adding the garlic later. You want to season with salt and black pepper. Then you want to cover it and allow it to cook for about 3 minutes. After about 3 minutes, you want to add the garlic and allow it to cook for another 30 seconds to 45 seconds. And now you want to add 2 cups of coconut milk and 1 cup of water. I also add in a teaspoon of roucou. Now this is my special ingredient for my cou-cou. It gives it a nice flavor and color. You want to bring this mixture to a boil and then allow it to simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes. At this point, you also want to taste for salt and season as necessary. After about 10 minutes, you want to turn the flame off and then you want to get your whisk handy. Make sure you have your whisk ready and be streaming in 2 cups of cornmeal. Now you're not dumping all in at the same time. You really want to stream it in and you want to continue whisking as you add it so that way you don't add any lumps to the cou-cou. You want a nice smooth cou-cou here, no lumps. So keep whisking and keep pouring bit by bit and eventually it'll come together. And once it comes together, you want to change from your whisk to a wooden spoon and vigorously combine the cornmeal into the liquid until smooth. Now this could then take a little bit of elbow grease, so don't attempt to do this if you're not in for a little arm workout. Keep mixing it. It will become a little tiring, but keep doing it until it fully combines. You want to make sure it's nice and smooth. And once the cornmeal is fully combined, you want to return to the stove on low heat. And you want to add another cup of water. So basically we're going with a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 cups of liquid to 1 cup of cornmeal. Adding the water at this stage really allows the cornmeal to cook. So you want to cook it for about 8 minutes or so and this will remove any grittiness from the cou-cou, making it smooth in texture. Once it's finished cooking, add it to a greased bowl or dish and allow it to set. Now this is an optional step, but it's my preferred way of serving it. This way I could cut it into little squares or slices for my final plating. Allow it to stand for about 30 minutes. Then you could transfer to a plate or cutting board to start serving. Going in for a cut here and you can see how this cou-cou is the perfect balance between firm and kind of jiggly. And it's moist, not dry, and not dense or grainy. This is just how I like my cou-cou to be. In the cross section you see the little specks of onion, garlic, pimento and okra, so you know it's real flavor in there. And the only thing missing is some of Chrysal's callaloo, or maybe some stewed fish or even some stewed lentils would go down good here as well. If you like this recipe, please give this video a thumbs up and a share. And let me know down in the comment section what's your favorite thing to eat with cou-cou. As always, the full recipe can be found on eatahfood.com. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please take a moment to do so and ring the bell to be notified every time we post new content. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Mm-hmm.